Hello friends, how are you all? Hope that you all are fine as well as healthy. We are learning biology, chapter number 13, organisms and populations. So today we are going to learn about the very important topic, and the name of topic will be responses to the abiotic factors. Okay, see the title. In title two words are there. First one is the response and second one is about the abiotic factors. Okay, if we talk about the word response, response means one type of answer. Okay, response means one type of reaction. So we know that the answer will be there if question is available. Without question there will be no answer. It means if nature asks some type of question to the organisms, or if some abiotic factors ask some type of questions to the organisms, then how organisms are giving answers means different type of responses to the particular abiotic factor or a nature. Okay, so in title you will remember the word response in the sense of what? In the sense of answer. Okay, so response to what? Response to abiotic factors. So in this question we will learn about the how different type of living organisms are able to give different type of answers, different type of reactions, different type of responses to the changing abiotic factors. But before starting this question, we are going to revise the previous or last question. So you know that the last question was very much important according to view of the examination. So last question was about the major abiotic factors. You know that the abiotic factors plays significant role in the each and every biome. Because of the abiotic factors, different type of adaptations are seen or are found in particular living organisms. So in our syllabus there are main 4 abiotic factors. We are going to revise all 4 at a glance. So you know that the first major abiotic factor is temperature, second major abiotic factor will be water, third major abiotic factor will be light, and last and fourth one will be the soil. You know that it will be asked in 2 or 3 mark in the form of short note. So if we are going to revise about the first major abiotic factor, which is known as temperature, remember that temperature is the most ecologically relevant environmental factor, means most important ecological factor is known as the temperature. We know that the temperature will be different in different type of season. Okay, so in different type of seasons, in different places, temperature will be different. We can say that at different type of places it will be different. For example, we can say that in polar regions it will be lesser than 0, means sub-zero. If we talk about the in tropical desert forest, in the tropical desert region, in summer season it will be more than 50 degrees centigrade, and in some regions like deep sea hydrothermal vents it will be more than 100 degree centigrade. Then 3 organisms were there as example. We can say that mango trees do not and cannot grow in temperate countries like Canada as well as Germany, while snow leopards are not found in a Kerala forest. And if we talk about the tuna fish, then tuna fish will not cross their boundary. So we can say that temperature is directly connected with the kinetics of enzyme, and you know that the enzymes are responsible for the each and every processes done in our body. So we can say that because of the kinetics of enzyme, our basic metabolic activities as well as our physiological functions of our body will be directly affected by the temperature. Then 2 definitions were there. First definition was of the eurythermal and second was of the stenothermal. Okay, so you will remember the definitions as well as differences, okay, between these 2 words, eurythermal as well as stenothermal. Then we can say that the level of thermal tolerance of different species will determine to a large extent their geographical distribution. And in last point we can say that because of the constantly increasing temperature. Nowadays there is a one global issue which is known as the global warming. Okay, you will learn about global warming in the chapter number 16 in deep, but we can say that global warming is one type of global or the worldwide issue. Okay, so these are the all points about the temperature. Now if we talk about the second, if we are going to revise the second major abiotic factor, which is known as water, we know that the water is the very important factor influencing the life of organism. You know that it is one type of universal solvent, and the life on earth were originated in the water, and it is not possible, means it is not sustainable, means it is unsustainable without water. If we talk about the different type of regions, like if we talk about the desert region, in desert region the availability of water will be limited factor. So desert organisms or desert animals or desert plants must show special type of adaptations for surviving this particular area. If we talk about the plant, then two things will be affected by water. First one is productivity of plant and second one is distribution of plant. So two are the MCQ. Productivity as well as distribution of plant is heavily dependent upon water. Okay, if we talk about the aquatic organisms which are able to live in ocean, lake, river, ponds, so we think that they are not going to face any water related problems, but you know that it is not 100% true. For aquatic organism, the water quality including chemical composition as well as pH of water are the one type of biggest issue. Okay, if we talk about the salt concentration, you will remember the salt concentration which is known as salinity, which is measured as salinity in parts per thousand. So three examples or three different type of locations are there. If we talk about the inland waters, it will be 5%. If we talk about the sea, it will be 30 to 35%. And if we talk about the hypersaline lagoon regions, it will be more than 100%. Okay. And again two definitions are there. First definition is of uri-haline and second definition is of the steno-haline. So you will remember two definitions as well as in the form of differences between uri-haline organism as well as steno-haline type of organisms. And last point, we can say that we know that the freshwater organisms are not able to survive in the marine water, means sea water, while sea water organism is not able to survive in the fresh water for long time. Why? Because of the osmotic problem. So you will remember, because of osmotic problem, freshwater fish is not able to survive in sea water, as well as seawater fish is not able to survive in the fresh water because of osmotic problem. So it is all about the second factor which is known as water. Now if we talk about the light, if we are going to revise the third one which is known as light in the sense of sunlight, we know that the lights are very much important for the process of photosynthesis. You know that photosynthesis is one type of process in which food will be prepared in the presence of sunlight, and producers are going to prepare food. It means without sunlight or without light, food will not be formed. If food or energy will not be formed, then how consumers and decomposers will get the food or the energy. Okay, so we can say that light is the very much important factor, particularly for the autotrophic organisms. If we talk about the small plants like herbs and shrubs which are growing in forest, are adapted to do photosynthesis optimally under very low light conditions. Okay, because they are constantly overshadowed by the tall canopied trees. If we talk about the other plants, so you know that so many plants are dependent upon the sunlight because of the photoperiodic requirement of flower. Not only plants, but we can say that animals are also well affected by the light, and their behavior will be dependent upon the light. Their behavior means their different type of activities will be dependent upon the light. And if we talk about the availability of light on land, is closely connected with the temperature, because sun is the source of both. It means sun is the source of light as well as temperature. Okay, if we talk about the deep less than 500 meter in the ocean, the environment is dark and its inhabitants are not aware of the existence of a source of energy which is known as the sun. Okay, if we talk about the quality of solar radiations, then you will remember only one thing: UV components. Okay, UV components of the spectrum is harmful to many organisms, while not all color components of the visible spectrum are available for the marine plants living at the different depths. Then one question was there: among the red, green and brown algae that inhabit the sea, which is likely to be found in the deepest water? And you know the answer will be what? The answer will be the red algae. Okay, we can say that red algae is able to live at the deepest part or the deepest portion of the sea or the water. And if we are going to revise about the last one, which is known as the soil, you know the nature and properties of soil in different type of places. Some factors are there: climate, weathering processes, transport, sedimentary process, development of soil, characteristics like soil composition, grain size, aggregation. Okay, then we can say that some parameters like water holding capacity, pH, mineral composition, topography. Okay, because of the soil structure, its vegetation will be decided, and from vegetation the type of animals will be decided. And in last two sentences we have talked about what? You know the benthic organisms or the benthic animals. Okay, and today we will talk about the very important and conceptual question which is known as responses to the abiotic factors. So you know that there are main four abiotic factors: temperature, water, soil and light. So if there are any changes, okay, if there are found any changes in all abiotic factors, then how organisms are able to give response to this all? It means response from organisms to the abiotic factors. So for this question we will use again the same method of the easy language notes. Okay, see the title is what? Responses to the abiotic factors. First point, we know that abiotic conditions of many habitat may vary drastically in time. Vary means what? Vary means different. Okay, it means abiotic condition means if in summer temperature will be more than 50 degrees centigrade in Rajasthan, then we can say that in the season of winter like November, December, the temperature will be minus 15 degrees centigrade in the New Jersey city of USA. Okay, so we know that the abiotic conditions of many habitat may vary means different drastically in time. It means if time changes by time, we can say that, or with the period of time, the different type of conditions of abiotic factors are also going to change. It means abiotic factors are not constant. You remember, abiotic factors are not constant and they are not uniform. They are not same at each and every places for every time. Point number 2. Now there is a question: how do the organisms living in such habitats cope or manage with stressful condition? It means how fish is able to survive in water, how camel is able to survive on desert. Okay, how different type of organisms are able to survive on the polar regions, how penguins are able to survive on the polar regions. So different type of organisms in having different type of habitats, so how they are able to manage with stressful conditions. Okay, it is the first question. Now we have the second question: why a highly variable external environment should bother organisms after all? It means what will be the major role of external environment? So you know that the organisms are 100% dependent upon the abiotic factors, and this external environment will going to affect the entire behavior of the different type of organisms. So we can say that because of the external environment or changes found in the external environment, organisms are organism will change their behavior. Okay, so two questions are there. First question is about the different type of habitat and different type of stressful condition, and second question is about the external environment. Okay, now if we try to give answer of this both questions, so point number 4 is about the answer. During the course of millions of years of their existence. So if we talk about the organism like camel, so we know that the camel will be formed by millions or thousands of years according to evolution. The species of camel will not originated in only 20 years or 2 days or 5 days. Okay, so during the course of millions of years of their existence, many species would have evolved a relatively constant internal environment. Internal means what? Within body. It means by time, by millions of years. See here one word is used which is known as evolved. Evolved means one type of evolution, one type of adaptation, one type of changes. Okay, so many species having what? Having the one type of evolution which is relatively constant, means connected with what? Connected with the internal environment. Means we can say that some herbivores, like you can say some cow or buffalo or goat, are able to eat the leaves as well as grass, while humans are not able to eat grass or leaves. Why humans are not able to eat the grass and leaves? Because we are not able to, or we do not having the capacity of digestion of this particular food, while these organisms, these herbivorous organisms, having the ability for the digestion of the leaves as well as grasses. Okay, means internal means within body environment that permits all biochemical reactions and physiological functions, okay, with maximum efficiency. So if internal means within body, if internal environment will be changed of particular organism, so because of internal environment we can say that biochemical as well as physiological functions, okay, will happen with maximum efficiency, and which is known as fitness of the species. You know this, you know that the survival of fitness. Okay, so if organisms having fitness of the survival, then they are able to live their particular good life in particular environment or particular habitat. Okay, see what is the concept of point number 4. Point number 4, we can say that during the course means during the time, okay, during the course of millions of years of their existence, many species would have evolved a relatively constant internal means within body environment that permit the all internal biochemical reactions as well as physiological functions with maximum efficiency. And because of this maximum efficiency, organisms are now fitness. Okay, so at last fitness is the important word. And how organisms are able to get fitness to the surrounding environment? By changing their internal body structure and by increasing biochemical reactions as well as physiological functions of the internal body. So we can say that the first page of this question is completed. We are going to revise fast the all points found in first page. So in first page we can say that first point, we know that abiotic conditions of many habitat may different drastically or able to change drastically by time. Two questions are there. First question is connected with the what? Stressful conditions, how organisms are able to get manage, how organisms are able to manage the stressful condition, and second question is about the external environment. And in answer we can say that it is one type of process which will be happen by millions of years, and by time many organisms have done the successfully evolution in their internal body structure because of their internal environment means internal body structure, biochemical reactions and physiological processes are going to happen with maximum efficiency. That's why species have done successfully fitness to the surrounding environment. Okay, so first page is completed. Now if we talk about the second page, for example of fitness, you can say optimal temperature, and second one is osmotic concentration of body fluids. Okay, so two examples are there. This both are the one type of MCQ. So you will remember in the category of MCQ these both words. For example, fitness. What optimal temperature means? Organisms are able to do different type of physiological processes in the optimal temperature, and osmotic concentration of body fluids. Okay, now one word is used which is known as what? Which is known as body fluids. Body fluids means the liquid or the fluid found inside our body or found inside the organism of body is known as body fluids. Okay, like you can say that blood is one type of body fluid. You can say that the lymph is one type of body fluid. So concentration, okay, means the amount of body fluid will remain same. It is one type of fitness. Now there is a one name, point number 6, there is a one condition which is known as hemostasis. Okay, so one name is there which is known as hemostasis. It is one type of process in which organisms should try to maintain their constancy of its internal environment. Okay, so this condition is known as hemostasis type of condition or hemostasis type of process. So it is very important definition for the 1 mark or for the MCQ. What is the meaning of hemostasis type of condition? It is one type of process in which, underline, organisms should try to maintain the constancy of its internal or external environment, which is known as hemostasis. Okay, so point number 6 is about the definition of hemostasis type of process. If we talk about the point number 7, okay, see, person is able to perform his or her best when the temperature is 25 degrees centigrade and wishes to maintain it. So okay, here you will remember, or sorry, you will add one word. The temperature will be 25 degrees centigrade, right in bracket external temperature, not internal temperature of body. Okay, you know that you can feel that in winter season or in the month of November and December you are able to work 10 or 12 hours. Okay, you will not get tired. You are not getting tired or you are not getting bored if you are going to work for 10 or 12 hours. But you know that in summer season you are not feeling well. Okay, if you are doing the work more than 8 or 9 hours, then you are not feeling good. It means your efficiency will be decreases in the summer region because temperature will be higher. So point number 7, person is able to perform his or her best when the temperature is blank, underline 25 degrees centigrade, and they wish to maintain it so. For example, we can say that scorching hot, if scorching hot will be there or freezing cold will be there. So any person does not like scorching hot or freezing cold, but person wants what? But person wants means person wishes to maintain 25 degrees centigrade temperature. So point number 7, there is a one MCQ, 25 degrees centigrade. Point number 8, either condition will be scorchingly hot or freezingly cold condition, but person wishes to maintain 25 degree centigrade. So that's why point number 9 we can say that in summer where temperature will be higher, more than 40 or 45 degrees centigrade, we are using what? We are using AC. AC means what? AC means air conditioners. Okay, so you will remember in summer season when temperature will be what? When temperature will be more than 40 or 45, we are using air conditioners in home or in car while traveling, while driving, or in workplaces. Okay, see, air conditioner is one type of artificial solution. Okay, while in winter when temperature will be -5 or 0 or 15 degrees centigrade, the heater will be used. See, heater is also one type of machine. It is one type of artificial solution. So to maintain the temperature or to maintain the good condition, persons or humans are going to do what? Humans are going to use the different type of artificial machines In summer, air conditioners are used, while in winter, heater will be used. Okay, so this page is also completed here, and we are going to again revise this page. Point number 5 is about the examples of fitness. You will remember this both examples, both are important: optimal temperature and osmotic concentration of body fluids. Point number 6 is about the process of hemostasis. Okay, it is one type of process in which organism should try to maintain the constancy of its internal environment. Point number 7, there is one MCQ. Person is able to perform his or her best when the temperature will be 25 degrees centigrade and wishes to maintain it so. If condition will be scorchingly hot or freezingly cold, but person wishes to maintain it at 25 degree centigrade. For example, in summer, when temperature will be higher, air conditioners means AC will be used in home or in workplaces or while car traveling or driving. While in winter, you can say that heater is used when temperature will be lower. So this page is also completed. Now if we talk about the last page, point number 11, then his or her means person's performance would be always maximum. See, if we are using air conditioner means AC in summer, then our performance will be higher. If we are using heater in winter, then our performance will be higher. So would be always maximum regardless of the weather around him or her. Point number 12, very important. Here the person's homeostasis condition is accomplished not through physiological but artificial means. So you know that for avoiding temperature or for avoiding higher temperature, we are using AC, which is one type of artificial mean. For avoiding lower temperature, we are using heater, which is one type of artificial machine. Okay, so we are fighting against the differences found in temperature not with the help of our physiological processes but with the help of artificial means. Okay, we can say that some processes will be there like to regulate. Some organisms are able to regulate, some organisms are able to conform, some are able to migrate, and some are able to suspend. So this all four are the different type of processes, and in next video lectures we will learn about this all fours. But you will remember these four names. These four are one type of MCQ: to regulate, to conform, to migrate, and to suspend. Okay, so this question is completed here, and now we will talk about this question from the textbook. Okay, so see, in your textbook there is a question: responses to the abiotic factors. See, first point, having realized that the abiotic conditions of many habitats may vary drastically in time, we now ask, first question, how do the organisms living in such habitats cope or manage with stressful conditions? But before attempting to answer this question, we should perhaps ask first, second question, why a highly variable external environment should bother organism after all? So one would accept that during the, now see, answer is there underlined, during the course of millions of years of their existence, many species would have evolved a relatively constant internal, means within body environment, that permits all biochemical reactions and physiological functions to proceed with maximum efficiency, and because of this thus enhance the hour of fitness of the species. Okay, this constancy, for example, could be in term of the optimal temperature and osmotic concentration of body fluids. Remember, these two are the examples of the fitness. First example is about the optimal temperature, second one is about the osmotic concentration of the body fluids. Ideally, the organisms should try to maintain the constancy of its internal environment. This process is known as homeostasis type of process. Despite varying external environment conditions that tend to upset its homeostasis. Okay, now see next one. Let us take an analogy to clarify this important concept. Suppose a person is able to perform his or her best when the temperature is 25 degree centigrade and wishes to maintain it. So underline 25 degree is what it is, one liner question. Even when it is scorchingly hot or freezingly cold outside, it could be achieved at home, in cars, while traveling, and at workplace by using an air conditioner in summer. See, in summer season, when temperature is higher, we are using artificial thing, AC, air conditioner, and heater in winter. Then his or her performance would be always maximum regardless of the weather around him or her. Here, the person's homeostasis is accomplished, means completed not through the physical form but artificial means. It means we are not using the physical changes but we are using the artificial things. Okay, so this is the question. And now see, there is a one figure number 13.3. It is one type of diagrammatical representation of the organismic response. So how organisms are going to respond? So see, two names are there. First one is internal level, right? There internal means inside body, and second one is external level. External means the outer surrounding environment, abiotic factors. And three categories are there. First category will be conformers, second one will be regulators, and third one will be the partially regulators. So different type of organisms are there. So we have the organisms of the three different type of categories, and all three showing the different type of responses. See, if we talk about the conformers, then the responses of the conformers will be linear. If we talk about the regulators, then the responses given by regulators will be red line. Okay, if we talk about the partially regulators, the responses will be like conformers at the initial level, and after it will be like the regulators. Okay, so this question is completely finished here. Again, remember, internal level means what? Means inside the body. And some MCQs are there like 25 degree centigrade, as well as one process or the one definition will be there, homeostasis. Okay, so this question is completed here. Thank you very much.